Let's talk about how a rapist is made. I have heard news stories on the radio about guys who do weird sexual shit in public. There was one story where a woman talked about riding a bus, and next to her is this guy sitting with his hands down his pants, clearly masturbating. And when she looks at him disgustedly, he says, "Huh, stupid, isn't it?" Then he carries on masturbating because he doesn't give a shit. Supposedly, public transportation in Los Angeles, and I guess anywhere, is just rife with incidents of women being groped and weird homeless-looking people masturbating in public and stuff. There was another story where a man is hanging around a parking lot to a hiking trail, and when sexy women drive up to go hiking, he goes up to their cars, and he started out by leaving flowers or something, just leaving flowers on their cars, but then he progressed to squirting his semen on the cars. So when a woman returns from her hike, she finds his semen squirted on her car. Now I'm wondering, how do these men in their 50s and 60s end up doing stuff like that? They might have started out as supreme gentlemen like Elliot Rodger, and then they spent their entire lives as virgins. They did their best to be supreme gentlemen and still didn't get women. So by the time you're in your 50s, you snap and give up. They just don't give a shit by then. They will never have a hot woman willingly have sex with them, so why give a shit? They've been drinking from despair, overeating, and let their bodies go to ruin. Now they're not sexy and they will never get laid. So by that point, you might as well start doing the following things. Become a flasher. Wear a trench coat over your naked body and open it up in front of hot women in the street. Masturbate on the bus next to a hot woman. Squirt semen on the cars of hot women that hot women left parked near a hiking trail. Squirt semen in a water bottle of your hot female co-worker left in the communal fridge at your office. Later she will drink it and won't know that she's drinking semen after it has dissolved. All these things have happened in real life that I've heard about on the news. I wondered why men end up doing this kind of stuff, and I came up with this crazy theory, which I guess makes some kind of sense. If Elliot Rodger lived another decade without a girlfriend, what if he stopped giving a shit? Because what's the point? And started doing all these things. He let himself go and started drinking and doing drugs to a point where he became ugly and not sexy anymore. Or he ended up a bum. He was practically homeless when you think about it. Working a job was beneath him. If he wasn't getting financial support from his parents, he would have had nothing. If his parents had cut him off, he'd have nothing. So does that mean he could have ended up on the streets, riding a bus in LA, with his hands down his pants, fondling his dick in front of some attractive woman? That's horrible. I think the way it ended for him was so much better. The state should have just given him the lottery money, and a hot chick should have just had sex with him. It would have been much better for all of society and everyone, than him going on a shooting rampage or ending up a homeless guy riding the bus with his dick hanging out.